In this episode, I'm going to share with you 7 mindset micro shifts that made me $1 million. And these are 7 simple steps to get out of financial insecurity so you can live a wealthy life. Now, most people have no idea how money works, and so they struggle to get ahead and spend hours a day worrying that they aren't going to have enough, or comparing their money situation to other people's money situation and thinking that there's something wrong with them. But anyone can turn around their financial situation and create more abundance in their lives with a shift in their money mindset, no matter how long you may be struggling. So I'm going to get into those principles right now. Number 1, identify what it currently costs to be you on a monthly basis. I want you to take all your expenses, your rent, your mortgage, your credit card bills, utilities, your monthly consumption of food, gas, and entertainment. And now I want you to increase that number by 50%. So let's say it's 10 grand a month to be you. Your target monthly income goal is 15,000. 6K a month to be you, 9,000. 40K a month to be you, 20,000. Why? Because 50% above your monthly expenses would be an absolute game changer. Now, you have all the money you need to pay down your debt, take some trips, start a business, stash some away in savings, and this becomes your target goal. That's step number 1. Step number 2, write down a list of what you would do with the money. What's your life going to look like when you're making 50% more than what it costs to be you right now? Maybe it's a new car, new house, cold plunge in your backyard, 5-star hotel vacations, hire some help for your business. See, most people want more money to get out of financial insecurity, but when you understand the laws of currency, you understand that money is energy, and energy is always looking to grow, to create, to expand. So you need some specific targets. You have to create a vision of what your future self would look like, feel like, be doing when you hit your target financial goal. What happens when you do this is you start to program your mind. So the active imagination actually changes your brain. You start to build a memory of a future that hasn't happened yet. You literally start to become the wealthy future version of yourself now. And when you get clear on the future rich you, instead of wanting to simply stop being broke, your brain starts to generate new thoughts, new ideas. You start looking at life through a new lens. You start seeing opportunities where you didn't see them before. And what happens is that you program your subconscious mind to guide you to circumstances and situations that create opportunities for your target income goal to become a reality. 10 years ago, I had a job and I was stuck at $80,000 a year. And I did exactly what I'm teaching you to do. I sat down, I said, look, I'm break even in my life right now. I'm not saving anything month to month. Every month, whatever I earn is going back out. I'm going to make $120,000 a year. I don't know how, I don't know when, but soon I'm going to start making $10,000 a month. And a few weeks later, my roommate comes back to our house with his boss, and his boss asks me what I do. And I start telling him, he says, we're hiring for a new director of business development. I think you'd be perfect. He says, he goes, the starting salary is $80,000, but I have the opportunity to earn commission on all my sales. So within 90 days, I'm making $10K a month. My first year in that job, I hit my $120,000 target, 50% more than what it was costing me to live before. And a few years later, I've got a little bit of money saved away. I'm making $120,000 a year. I go through the same process. I say, you know what? I'm going to make $180,000, 50% more. That would be a game changer for me. I don't know how, but by the end of the year, I'm going to make an extra $60,000. A few weeks later, I have lunch with a buddy. He's got an investment opportunity. It just requires a small investment. And I've got it because I've been making a little more money. It's in an area where I happen to have a lot of expertise. So I've got a lot of confidence around the opportunity, and I invest in this idea. Now, this is March of that year. December 27th rolls around and he says, hey, I'm cashing out of this investment. Where can I send your check? And I get my original investment back plus exactly $60,000 4 days before the end of the year. Same thing years later, I start this business. I decide I want to make $1 million. I don't know how, I don't know when, but I decide that in the next year, I'm going to make $1 million. So I end up going to an event and meeting a business coach, and she says, hey, you should do a live event. I can coach you on how to do it. And that way you're not just doing life coaching, but you can launch a real business. And so I start working with her. 12 months later, my wife and I have our first event, 330 people. It's $1 million event for us. So each time I got clear on how much I wanted to make, what my life was going to look like at the next level. And that vision starts to activate the thoughts, the ideas, the synchronicities necessary to make it a reality. All right, step 3. Once you get clear on your number and you've created a vision of what your future would look like, the next step is to simply decide. You decide that you don't know how, you don't know when, but soon you're going to make that amount of money. So if you want to set a timeline on it, you can. I've done that. But generally, I like to keep the pressure off by just saying soon. But here's the key. You decide knowing that you don't need to know how. And this is what trips most people up. They think they need to know how. And since they don't, they start to feel desperate or hopeless. But the thing is, your brain is a goal-achieving machine. And if you're willing to decide, then the how must follow. And most people get this totally backwards. You do not need to know how. Your decision sends a broadcast out to consciousness or the universe or whatever you want to call it, the unified field. And the field must respond as long as you don't get in the way. And so this is a very important third step. It almost doesn't even feel like a step, but you have to decide. And again, if you want to use my structure, you say something like, I don't know how, I don't know when, but soon I'm going to generate whatever your next level financial goal is. Hey, it's David. Quick announcement before we get back to your episode. Our annual event, the Powerful Living Experience, is coming up. There's a link in the show notes, or you can visit powerfullivingexperience.com. Check out the video of last year's event. We're going to be bringing together 1,000 impact-driven entrepreneurs, leaders, and game changers to spend 3 days doing what matters most. Going really, really deep on identifying the limiting beliefs and subconscious programs that are still preventing you from your full potential, and going through deep experientials and trainings and transforming them. We're also going to be getting into concepts like wealth creation, purpose, greatness, money, relationships, health. And if you're an entrepreneur, we're going to be spending about 20% of that event opening up my business playbook, the same strategies and tactics and techniques that we use to go from $0 to $30 million in an impact-driven business, while spending 90% of my time doing what I love. There's nothing like the Powerful Living Experience. Inc. named it a top 3 must-attend personal development event for entrepreneurs and leaders, and I want to see you there. We've got some discounted tickets right now, plus some additional bonuses. Again, all the information is in the link in the show notes, or you can jump on over to powerfullivingexperience.com, get registered, and I will plan on seeing you there along with 1,000 other impact-driven, incredible members of our community for 3 days that you will never forget. And now, back to your regularly scheduled episode. All right, step 4. Now, you don't think about it. Literally, this is the big mistake a lot of people make. They keep checking in on their financial goal, right? Or something will happen where it feels like they're going backwards, an unexpected bill that appears in the mail. And it is essential that you stay loyal to the decision and you just go on with your life. So every single time I took the leap to the next level, it was when I least expected it. I wasn't looking for it. I wasn't waiting for it. I went on with my life and focused on the things that I enjoyed in my life. And in the most miraculous ways, the how always found me. And I'll say that again. You don't figure out the how finds you. You'll look backwards and be able to say, oh, that's how it happened. I had this idea, or I went to this place, or I talked to this person, and then that led to this, and then it happened, but you cannot predict it. In fact, trying to predict it or trying to pressure it or checking in on it obsessively creates resistance. And that resistance prevents the opportunity and money from flowing to you. Money will flow when you are relaxed. So the key in this 4th step is to literally don't worry. Don't worry about it, and just know that at the right time, in exactly the right way, the opportunity must present itself. Step number 5. When you notice your financial fears coming up or coming back, and they will, that old habit of worrying about money, of worrying whether or not you're going to have enough, of comparing yourself to other people or thinking things are never going to change, read your new decision. I keep my decisions on my phone, and every time I start to fall back into an old habit of worry or doubt or fear, I read my new decision. The reason for this is really simple, and it's supported by neuroscience. When you read your new decision, it's a habit break. You're literally breaking the electrical circuitry of worry and fear in your brain. It's like going to the gym and doing 1 rep of an exercise. Over time, you start to build new muscle memory. And instead of letting that worry grip you for minutes or hours or days and doing hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of worry or fear reps, you do a quick short circuit by reading your new decision. Now, some people think of this as an affirmation or an incantation. I just look at it as a neurological habit break where I'm not going to let my mind go down that same old path of financial insecurity. I'm going to break the habit, read my new decision, and then go on with my day. Step number 6, give it some time. So you have to be patient. You have to have faith and trust that your opportunity is on the way. And I know that sometimes it can feel desperate or you're tired of your current situation and things can change really quickly, but you have to give it a little bit of time. What do you do in the meantime? You enjoy your life. You don't suffocate it. And I'm telling you that if you can just relax a little bit, 100% of the time an opportunity will come up that will produce the financial shift for you. And the truth is if you knew that your financial opportunity was on the way, that's exactly what you'd be doing. Enjoying your life, knowing that at the right time, it would arrive. So again, this is part of being your future self now. Now, this step is a little bit like step number 4, forget about it and go on with your life, but it's worth adding in the 6th step, be patient. Because we tend to be a little desperate around wanting things to happen quickly. And like I said, money loves relaxation. Step number 7, follow the hunches. If you have a hunch or an inspiration, follow it. Many times, this is the way the how becomes revealed to us. Sometimes it's totally unrelated to producing the financial outcome that you're looking for. That investment I told you about, I had a hunch that I should call up my buddy and have lunch with him. Hadn't seen him for years. That event where I met the coach that I worked with, I had a hunch I should go and just went. Follow the hunches. A lot of times we think we need to do more, figure things out, have the perfect plan, and that's not how it happens. Yes, you have to take action. I'm not saying that a bag of money is going to manifest under your pillow while you're sleeping. Be out in life, enjoy your life, follow the hunches, and they'll lead you to the treasure. So that's 7 mindset micro shifts that made me $1 million. If you're listening on the audio platforms and you love this episode, do me a favor, subscribe, leave me a rating or a review. I love receiving those. If you're following along on YouTube, comment below. Let me know what you think about this episode. This is just what I think, but I want to know what you think. If you haven't yet, subscribe and hit that bell icon. And if there's somebody who you think needs to hear this episode today, do me a favor, pay it forward and share it with them. I appreciate being here with you today. I love being on this journey with you. I hope that some of what I've learned going from a life of financial insecurity to a life of abundance and prosperity beyond my wildest imagination is helpful for you, and I will see you in the next episode. Hey, it's David. Hop on over to davidbear.com. Click right here. There's also a link in the show notes and sign up for our newsletter. You'll get immediate access to my free Mind Hack ebook, as well as a couple of trainings to help you master the inner game. This is a great way to stay informed and be a part of our community and be notified of special announcements. Click below, head on over to the website, get subscribed. If you loved this video, make sure you check out this one or this one, and I will see you in the next video.